there's a kindred spirit that the boys have, and it's because we know, like I know what he's been through in life, and I know the struggles of this business, and more importantly, I know the struggles post business. I know how tough it is to have your name in life and have people coming up to you and, oh my God, I saw you last week, it was great, and then have it go away. Like I know what that's like. So
and then you get that call.
Yeah.
What was the call like? Did Johnny call you?
The firing call?
Yeah,
Maven. Yeah, we're gonna have to let you go. And again though, it took me years to admit this. He wasn't wrong. He told me, he was like, for a year, Maven, for years we told you to get your ass to the ring and get better. And I just never did. I attribute it to being young, and at the time, I liked the life and what wrestling gave me more than what I could give wrestling. And if I could go back and redo things, I would try to give wrestling more. If that makes sense.
What did they want you to do? Like, what was the like?
Just go down and work with Fit, work with Dean, work with these legends before the show.
Just reps.
Yeah, right? Just get better.
Yep.
I would go down and I would talk over my 6-minute match with Stevie Richards or Chavo and then
punch the clock
and then go get a workout in or something
and then where are we going tonight?
Bingo.
What are we doing?
Yeah. What strip clubs? Oh, dogs. Yeah.
So you a strip club guy?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I've always hated strip clubs personally.
I wish I could say that.
In your opinion, Maven, right? So technically, if you got to look at your reason for being fired, right, and you look at that in a 9-to-5 type of job. So say you go to work at Starbucks and you can make coffee, great, but then you get a call. Sorry, we're gonna have to let you go. Why? Because even though you're making coffee, which is what your job is, we want you to be better at making coffee. But is there not?
I'm not stocking the shelves. I'm only showing up to make the coffee. I'm not taking the garbage out. I'm not stocking the shelves. I'm not making calls to distributors. I went and I wrestled. And I wrestled the 6-minute match that I had to wrestle. And then I did everything else that a wrestler does. That's why they fired.
So would you fire you if it was your company? Yeah.
100%.
Fair enough.
I'd have fired me soon.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Fair enough.
And then after you left, was there any sort of, okay, what's next? Well, obviously, what's next, right? Like, was there any like, okay, well, now I should start doing that. I should go to HWA and work and get some more reps in, or go to a different company, or
the funny thing about my journey, I didn't learn how to wrestle until after I left the WWE. It wasn't until, because when your only experience is wrestling on TV, you learn how to be a timed wrestler, a TV wrestler. Once I started going and doing indies, and my first run on the indies, I wrestled Billy Gunn. And I still remember going up to Billy and saying, all right, Billy, it's 3 hours before the match. I'm like, all right, Billy, what are we doing tonight? He went, huh? I'm like, what do you want to do tonight?
We're going to fucking work. That's what we're going to
do. He said, oh, I'm over with the deal. I'm like, okay, well, how you want to get there? He's like, Matt, can you lock up? I'm like, yeah. He's like, we'll call it out there. We'll be fine. And learning, but once you learn that, it frees you up.
So you never had to do any of that in WWE? Literally, like the house shows or anything like that?
Not once.
Who did they pair you up with?
Well, I would listen. But remember, I would listen to people. I would listen. And I never called spots. I never did anything in my time in WWE.
Really?
It wasn't I didn't learn to wrestle until I left the business, until I left the big company.
So you didn't do it like a program or anything like that with anybody where, like I'd be in a program with Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy and I were married to each other on the shows for months.
I would do those, but remember, you already were a veteran by the time you got there. I wasn't. I had to have everything either called to me or I had to have guys like Raven wouldn't call stuff, but I had to listen to 100% of what he was saying. So it wasn't until after I left, until I started doing programs with Billy, with Rhino, And I would then be like, okay, you guys say it's easier to call it out there. And then you start realizing if I go to do something and the crowd don't know what we're going to do, you'll hear from their reaction whether what you're doing is right or you need to about face. And it becomes so much. That's what I tell younger wrestlers whenever they ask me: learn to call things in the ring, learn to call things out there, not back there, because it's so tough to remember spots. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. In fact, at the academy, we do match night. One night a week. It's for us right now. It's Thursday night. I pair people up, and you guys have a 10-minute match. You guys have 7-minute match. You guys, have a tag match, whatever. I find that when I just go, you go.
You're helping them more.
Better.
You're helping them more than they know. That's doing more for their careers. It's terrifying when you don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
But once you learn, it's I tell people it's freeing. Once you don't have to sit backstage 30 minutes before your match and think, okay, lock up, shoot off, take a tackle, drop down, boom, boom, boom. Like that's so I don't know how people do that anymore. It's the worst.
I have a terrible memory to begin with.
Yeah, me too.
To remember all those, with the stuff that like Will Ospreay and Ricochet and those guys do, like the memorization. I don't know how they do it.
I don't either.
It's insane.
And you can tell. And I was watching. I was skipping through the channels 6 months ago, and I'm not going to say which company or who or what, but who was working. But my girl who hates wrestling, she thinks this business is stupid.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's how I knew she was the one. And we stopped on wrestling, and I'm watching the last 3 minutes of it. And she looks at me and she goes, "It looks like they're dancing." And everything looks just so perfectly scripted. It doesn't look like a fight. And you're doing more for your students by you go. And they can't call anything. Man, that's helping them way more than they know.
And I suggest to them to do it on shows. Actually do it. Don't talk to each other in the back.
Absolutely. The wrestling business is truly the one business where less indeed is more. And if you just listen to the people, they'll tell you the direction they want you to go.
Yeah.